I was riding my bike and I ran into the back of a guy. He was going 2 k's an hour and I was going 65 k's an hour. So it was just like hitting a brick wall. At first I didn't remember it, but I remember being on the ground and just trying to stay awake on the ground. The injuries at first, I was just surveyed for my back because that was really painful. Ended up fracturing my T7 and 8 spine, but wasn't CT scanned and stuff at first. It was only 3 weeks later that I started getting headaches after the injury. Luckily I hadn't got back on my bike because of the fractures in my spine, but since then the headaches got worse and worse. It was actually maybe 2 weeks after getting headaches because I realised then they were headaches. I was then sent for a CT and that came back completely fine, so that was good, always good news. But I started getting back on the bike for a little bit, but then I started doing some exercise and the headaches just got progressively worse until I started getting migraines and vomiting, and then sort of I conceded to cycling and that I wasn't going to get back on the bike soon. The accident happened in May, and I didn't see the neurologist until September. So it was quite a bit after. It was when I saw the neurologist that she's diagnosed it with post-traumatic brain injury. Yeah, it's definitely changed as I was cycling and had 2 trainings a day every day, and they were 2 hours each. I've now gone to, it's just a really slow lifestyle. Cambridge is a good place for it rather than Auckland where it's busy. But I've just gone into other things that I enjoy doing other than cycling, but I still stay involved here at the velodrome by coaching, so it is like still doing like the odd thing, but it's just a lot slower, a lot quieter, I'd say. I used to be quite outgoing and now it's just a little bit quieter. It was interesting at first because I moved back up to Auckland, so I was originally down here in Cambridge when it happened and then moved up to Auckland. I went up there for a month just to be with family and friends, just, close people. I was actually in a neck brace and stuff, so it was just better to have other people driving me, etc. I think that when I moved up there and then I moved back down after a month and I started staying with my boyfriend, seeming I live with him, he was there all the time and sort of that comfort blanket, that he knows what's going on and he's been in the loop since the start. And with the head injury, you trying to explain it to people without having a cast is really tricky, and I thought I was scared to tell other people because you get emotional about telling them about what has happened, so I'd just avoid hanging out with them. But beforehand I was doing a lot of cycling, so I was used to being fatigued as it was, between training sessions and stuff. It just feels like I'm still training at the moment, so sort of after lunch around 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock I'll need to have a lie down for at least half an hour each day. It'll be the same when I was an athlete, but obviously I was doing really hard training that would make me tired, whereas now I'm not doing that training and I'm still getting just as tired. Go to the gym for the day, decided to do some activities and then had a headache all afternoon. I had a headache, but probably what made it into a migraine or made me vomit was the fact that I was so angry that I tried it, and it's like 7 months now and you think, God, I just want to get better. And definitely has, especially with a brain injury, you can't tell how long it's going to take. Knowing that it was a brain injury within the first 2 months was really critical, because had I not known it was going to be one, you don't quite understand where the vomiting and stuff's coming from at first, but then once you see a special doctor, he starts telling you what happens and shows you pictures of the brain and what's quite happening. I definitely had ambitions to go to the 2016 Olympics, so they've kind of been shattered because the qualifying process has already begun. However, I'm lucky I'm young, I'm only 20 years old, so I still have future goals of going to the Olympics. It's just put on hold for a few years. I have had a lot of people also say to me that it's a blessing in disguise and that a break for my body now will be good in the long run. So I have had a lot of people giving me really positive sort of outlooks and stuff. However, sporting's gone on hold. I can't do any sport at all at the moment, anything that sort of gets my heart rate going too much. So the only exercise I do at the moment is yoga and 10-minute walks. Anything over 10 minutes I get a headache or the room's all bouncing. So it's slow, but I do like just doing any sort of exercise that makes you feel a bit more relaxed. Obviously, I used to love my cycling, used to love my training, but now I enjoy other things, and it's just little things every day. I see a psychologist too, and he really helps with that. Like, I love coffee, for example, so every single day I'll go out and have a coffee. I mean, it's $4.50 a day, well, that makes my day, so it's a cheap way, to enjoy life and keep positive, even though it's going to take a long time.